You won't believe this bullish news. Sovereign wealth funds have been buying Bitcoin ETFs. This is revealed through SEC filings, and Trump's media company has gotten the green light to start buying crypto. This is in addition to World Liberty Financial, and major Wall Street banks are getting ready to launch crypto services. I'll share the names with you. Let's get into it. Hey everybody, welcome into the Thinking Crypto podcast, your home for cryptocurrency news and interviews. I'm your host, Tony Edward. On your way in, please hit that subscribe button as well as the thumbs up button and leave a comment below. If you're listening on a podcast platform such as Spotify or Apple, please leave a 5-star rating and review. Folks, I've got some of the most bullish news for you guys. First, I want to start off by talking about global liquidity and the DXY, the dollar currency index. Multiple traders and analysts are recognizing that the DXY has hit its top and it is collapsing. Guys, this is very bullish for risk assets. We've seen it historically in previous bull markets. So this has me very pumped. And don't get me wrong, we may have some more weeks of volatility before we bounce. But guys, the stage is being set here. Crypto Wizard said DXY has been the key in the past. Alt season always begins shortly after the DXY tops. They say this time is different. I think not. And another analyst by the name of Blunt says bearish DXY is finally starting to spill over into risk on for crypto. So guys, as the dollar collapses, you're going to see more capital flow to crypto and the stock market and much more. It's going to be risk on. And we are starting to see a V-shaped recovery for global liquidity because we've been seeing China and different countries and central banks around the world start to print and inject liquidity. And I think an injection of liquidity is coming here for the United States very soon with the Treasury, the TGA, and we'll see what they call it. As I mentioned in a previous episode just this past week, that they're going to call it different things. They may not call it quantitative easing this time, but anytime they're injecting money and they're raising the debt ceiling, they're going to have to service that debt. They're going to have to print money. So guys, the stage is being set here for the next phase of this bull market, which seasonality wise happens from the latter half of February into March, April, and then sell-in may go away. So be prepared, guys. The next leg is coming and the stage is being set here. The macro factors like the DXY and global liquidity are setting us up for that run. So crypto currently highlighted the following chart showing Bitcoin's correlation to global liquidity. Obviously, we use Bitcoin as the measuring stick. He said the stage is set, global liquidity is rising, Bitcoin consolidating in a range, sentiment still fearful, but starting to improve. So remember what I always tell you guys about sentiment and that in a bull market, when there is fear, oh my gosh, that gets me so excited because I've experienced it in multiple bull market cycles. That is when a run is getting ready to come, guys, because the market always does the opposite of the herd. If the herd is bullish and everybody thinks we're going to keep going up, then we usually see a correction, right? And we're talking in a bull market now. And then when things turn fearful in a bull market, oh, it's like a spring, right? It's coiled up and it's ready to release the pressure. The tension's there and then it rips. And guys, that's what's coming. So get ready. I'm very bullish looking at this data, not because of my feelings, guys, or my emotions. This is not because I woke up on the good side of the bed today. This is the data is telling me what's coming next. So that is why I'm trying to share this with you so you understand how to navigate these markets and to unlearn the institutional financial TV nonsense, the Jim Cramer trap, right? You don't look at financial news. You don't get your financial knowledge from these guys. They set you up to be exit liquidity. What you want to do is be able to go to the data yourself. It's all online. We live in the age of the internet. All of you have computers or smartphones or whatever. You can go look at the same charts I'm looking at, guys, and see what has happened historically and what is happening now. So it's incredible, guys. The setup is beautiful here. And I think in a matter of a couple of weeks, we're going to start to see this market start to move. That doesn't mean there's going to be 100% pump in 1 week or overnight, right? This thing is going to unfold over months. But the point is we want to get back control. The bulls want to get back in control and get this thing going. Now, we got a lot of bullish news, guys. You got to watch this and listen to the end. First up, the SEC is signaling a path to ending the Coinbase lawsuit. This is being reported by the Wall Street Journal and Bloomberg. incredible news. We saw just this past week that the SEC and Binance agreed to pause their lawsuit for 6 months. New SEC chairman Paul Atkins has not been put into office as yet. He's going to be soon, hopefully in another month or so. And SEC Commissioner Hester Peirce formed the crypto task force. So she's been doing some work here, guys. Shout out to Hester Peirce and Mark Ueda. So it makes sense. This Coinbase lawsuit is bullshit. This is from scumbag regulator Gary Gensler. The SEC greenlighted Coinbase to go public, knowing their business, knowing they offer coins and staking and much more, then turns around and sues them. The most asinine thing I've ever seen from an agency. But what are you going to do, right? This is what we dealt with over the past 4 years, but now it's going to come to an end. Very bullish for the market. And look at this. Trump Media says its board has authorized buying crypto assets. This is being reported by Bloomberg. So remember, Trump has his meme coin. He also has World Liberty Financial, which has been buying a ton of crypto. I've been reporting that to you guys. They've been buying tons of Ethereum. And now his media company has been authorized to buy crypto. Trump knows what's coming. I hope you guys see what's coming. I don't care if you hate Trump. Just put your feelings and emotions to the side. We're not talking about politics here necessarily about, oh, if Trump is the best president or not the best president. That's not what we're talking about here. We're simply talking about markets and the impact and what these big stakeholders are doing. So I hope you recognize what's happening here, guys. This is incredible that Trump's going to have two business entities buying crypto. Incredible stuff. Now, we got SEC filings around the Bitcoin ETF. So specifically BlackRock. Guys, look who's been buying. This list is incredible. Abu Dhabi's sovereign wealth fund, Mubadala Investment Company, is now the seventh largest known holder of BlackRock's Bitcoin ETF IBIT at $461.23 million. My friends, if you are feeling bearish, please zoom out and look at what's happening. This is coming from SEC filings. This is not making major headlines on Fox or CNN or whatever, right? But if you're not paying attention to this, and there's billions of people not paying attention, sovereign wealth funds are buying crypto. And I've often told you guys about game theory. One domino falls and the others are going to fall, guys. And many are seeking ways to grow their investment and their wealth. And we're seeing that a lot of the traditional financial products like bonds and much more are not doing as well, but crypto is. So I think we're going to see a lot more coming in. And there's some more things that are very revealing in these filings. So global proprietary trading firm Jane Street Group has disclosed holdings of nearly 30,000 Bitcoin, $2.8 billion, making it the largest Bitcoin ETF holder, surpassing Goldman Sachs at 25K Bitcoin, which is at 2.3 billion. We just found out about Goldman Sachs earlier this week. Guys, my goodness, look who's buying. It's incredible. We also got news that Millennium Management, and I know this firm very well, discloses $2.6 billion in Bitcoin ETF holdings and 182 million in Ethereum ETF holdings. Folks, don't get shook out. Remember, I was saying that over the past week. A lot of volatility. You got to stomach the roller coaster ride. You got to check your emotions. Don't get shaken out because these guys are buying. They have a macro view. They know what's coming. The problem is always retail. I've said this ad nauseum over the years. The problem is they have more patience than retail does. Retail, the average Joe and Jane is trained to play the lottery and get the winning lottery numbers next week, right? To go to the casino and gamble and win or lose their money instantly there, right? More often than not, they lose. They're not trained to understand the macro and the long-term view and to understand the macro factors of the DXY and global liquidity and what the central banks are doing. And once your eyes are open to that, guys, you'll never be the same when it comes to investing. It was an enlightenment moment for me when I learned these things. And I'm seeing it play out time and time again. And so many people I see are not catching what's happening here. Many are frustrated. Many are ready to give up. This bull market's the worst. It's boring. When's it going to move? Yada, yada, you name it, right? But you got to control those emotions, guys. And obviously, we want to back up our thesis with data, which I often share with you guys, that the bull market is still intact. There hasn't been any invalidation. Now, guys, a great place where you can buy, sell, trade crypto is on Uphold. This is a platform I've been using since 2018. They have 300 plus cryptocurrencies. You could get Bitcoin and all the top altcoins on here. Best of all, guys, they are fully reserved. They don't commingle or lend out your crypto funds, and you can review their transparency report. They also have a great rewards program where you can earn up to 5.25% on stablecoins. And this rewards program also gives you 24-hour early access to new tokens and crypto insights. To participate, you just simply have to log into your account, deposit $50, and trade $50 once per month. The stablecoins they support include USDC, RLUSD, that's Ripple stablecoin, and PYUSD, that's PayPal stablecoin. You get 5% on those, and you get 5.25% on USBC. So this is a great program, and I interviewed Uphold CEO not too long ago, and we went through the details as to how they're earning this yield or being able to offer this yield, and it's 100% safe. They're not doing anything shady or the nonsense we've seen in the past. So guys, if you'd like to learn more about Uphold, check out the link in the description. Now guys, more bullish ETF news. So the New York Stock Exchange asked the SEC to allow staking for Grayscale's Ethereum ETFs. So earlier in the week, I had reported about the CBOE doing the same thing for their ETF applications via 21 shares. So you see the direction the market's heading in here, right? These filers want to get staking for ETH ETFs. So I think it's going to get approved. And look at this. Eleanor Terrett of Fox Business reported that some SEC staffers in the divisions of traders and markets actually held a staking webinar with some leading crypto players this week, I'm told. Meanwhile, the crypto task force has been asking the industry for input on issues it wants them to engage on. Guys, things are moving in the right direction. Notice all the different things happening in parallel here, right? As we head to the next phase of the bull run, guys. I hope you see we're turning the corner and the prices are going to start to move, but the setup has to be there. The stage has to be set, right? And this is why I started the podcast talking about the DXY and global liquidity. And then you see all this bullish news. And if you want more bullish news, look at this. State Street to launch digital asset custody business in 2026 amid shifting regulatory landscape. We also got reports that Citibank is looking to do the same thing. Guys, those of you who've been with me since 2017, 2018, and so forth, how many times did I do the mock scenario? Mr. Jones, this is your bank representative calling. I'm calling from JP Morgan, and we now offer crypto. You can invest directly through with us. You can either come in and talk to us, or you can do it on the app or on the website, and we'll custody it for you. You don't have to worry about anything. Your crypto investment statement will be in your statements and your account and much more. And we're here to help you. Would you like to make an investment today? How many times have I done those mock scenarios, right? And this was years ago when Jamie Dimon and all these people were spreading tons of FUD about crypto, when it was taboo and nobody wanted to touch it. And look at what's happening here, folks. With the repeal of SOB 121, these banks, the shackles are off these banks. They're going to go all in. And I've been reporting to you guys that the FDIC is now on board with all the investigations that are happening with Operation Choke Point 2.0. And the FDIC folks said, hey, we're going to remove the restrictions. So these banks, guys, are going to offer crypto. And not only the big ones, not only your JP Morgan, Citibank, Bank of America, but look out for your local banks and federal credit unions. They will offer it as well. It's not a matter of if, it's a matter of when. It will take time for them to launch these things and get it going. But I hope you see what's happening. The ball is rolling. The restrictions are removed here. And not only are they going to launch custody services, they're going to launch trading. Don't be surprised if they launch their own ETFs. And I think they're going to launch stable coins, and they're going to launch different financial products around crypto. It's insane what's happening. Insane in a good way. But this is where, guys, you as early adopters who front ran all these banks, especially if you've been here like me, over the years. I started in 2016, but I know some of you came in 2018, 2019, 2020. You're still ahead of the curve. And all of these things are going to culminate to higher prices. So you have the opportunity to make significant returns, but you got to be smart. You have to make sure you're following the data, which I try to share here on the podcast. I share it in my newsletter. You got to make sure you have a profit-taking plan. Now, some of you may say, I don't need the money. I'm going to hold for another 5, 6, 10 years. Okay, that's okay. For the majority of you listening and watching, I'm sure you're going to want to take profits because you want to do things with that money, right? I've often stated I'm paying off debt, doing some lifestyle updates, bolstering my retirement account, helping out family and things like that, right? And then taking some of that money and reinvesting it in the bloody bear market come 2026, 2027, preparing for the next bull market in 2028. So make sure you got a plan. Know what you're doing because this thing can go fast and pass you by. There will be a bear market. This is just market cycles, guys. Go out throughout history, right? Nothing goes up in a straight line. Doesn't mean there's not going to be future bull markets. This thing runs in 4-year cycles following the election and global liquidity cycle. And yes, the Bitcoin halving as well. So, man, I hope you guys see what's happening here. If this is your first episode watching and listening, we are seeing the stage being set here for a massive bull run this year, guys. It's going to be epic, euphoric, extreme greed will return. And that is where you want to be selling because the dumb money crowd will start to enter in. It's going to go forever. This thing is not going to end. You're a fool for selling. You're an idiot. But then comes the bear market, right? And that's when the crying starts. So I hope you guys understand what I'm saying. I'm speaking from experience here. I've been here since 2016, guys. Multiple bull markets. I've learned my lessons. So I hope you understand where I'm coming from. But guys, very bullish news. Let me know what you think. Leave your thoughts and comments below. A great way you can support me in the podcast is by subscribing to my free email newsletter. It's 100% free on Substack. Check out my book on Amazon, Rethinking Crypto. It's available in paperback and digital. And check out my new course at mycryptocourse.com. It's built on the Teachable platform. It covers every aspect of crypto. It's a comprehensive course. And best of all, it includes expert commentary. Hear from founders, CEOs, institutional investors, and much more. Knowledge is power. Understand what you're investing in. Understand the full landscape of this thing. And you pay a one-time fee and you get lifetime access and you can go at your own pace. You can share the logins with your friends and family if you want. It's up to you. But guys, I packed a lot of value in here. And it has videos, downloadable materials, full text write-up, of course. So if you'd like to learn more, go to mycryptocourse.com. Link will be in the description. Guys, thank you for watching and listening. I appreciate you all, and I'll talk to you all later.